Hi, I'm Jordan from Kettner Creative. In this video, I want to show you the difference between a USB audio interface and a USB audio mixer. Now, both of these units have their strengths and weaknesses, and we often get questions from people that are new to audio as to what one we recommend. So we put this video together with the best information that we have to help you make your decision. So we'll start with the USB audio interface. A USB audio interface will have somewhere between 1 and 8 inputs typically, and those can be XLR inputs for mic inputs, or they could be 1/4-inch inputs for line level or instrument level inputs. You'll typically get a volume or gain for each, and you'll get a volume control for your monitor. And you'll also get the ability to fade between real-time monitoring with your headphones or letting the sound go through the USB cable, get processed by your computer, then come back over the USB cable to your headphones with a slight delay. So you get an option to switch between those two options of receiving the sound back with the USB audio interface. On the back of the device, you'll find a headphone jack on most of them. You'll find a left and right monitor output if you have desk monitors. Plus, on some, you'll find a MIDI in and out. So if you have a MIDI device and you want to use this to send that data to the computer as well, this will handle all that for you. So all the in and out for your computer, a USB audio interface, that's what it's made to do. Now, the main differentiator of this unit is the fact that you can multi-track record. Everything that you plug into this will get received individually and separately by the computer. So whether you're using Pro Tools, Ableton, Logic, Adobe Audition, or another piece of audio editing software, it will receive each channel individually, so you can remix it after the fact, and you can make post-processing changes like EQ, compression, gating, whatever you're doing after the fact, you can do it in the software, but this will send a clean individual signal of each input to the computer, and the computer will do the rest of the work. So as long as you keep your project file, you can edit it all day long until you're happy with it. Next, I'm going to show you a USB audio mixer. So as you can tell right off the bat, for the same budget, you get a lot more inputs and outputs, and you get a lot more on-device processing. So here we have 4 XLR inputs, but they're also combi jacks, so you can do instrument or line level inputs as well. More line level inputs, and everything gets processed on the device, then it gets sent down to the mixer and kicked out to your computer. Now, the signal that this sends to your computer is a main stereo output. So it's after the mix, it sends the left and the right to your computer. You do not receive each input individually to the computer. That's not the purpose of this device. But with this device, you can do things like adding compression, you can make EQ changes, you can pan, you can do all those things on the hardware unit itself. But these are what I would call destructive changes. Destructive changes to me means that you cannot undo them after the fact. If you add compression to one of your vocal channels on this device, you cannot undo that afterwards in software. It's impossible to undo compression. Also, if you add effects like reverb and it gets mixed down, you're sending the stereo output to your computer, and you can't remove that reverb after the fact. That's the big difference with this unit compared to the USB audio interface. You can do a lot more on the unit itself, but the changes that you make are generally locked in and you can't undo them after the fact. So which unit is good for which types of activity? Now, I would say with the USB audio interface like this one, this is really good for in-studio or home studio multi-track recording. Nothing can beat it. For the dollar, you'll get better preamps per dollar than a USB audio mixer, and you can do all your changes and all your editing on the software side. With the USB audio mixer like this one, this is extremely popular for people who are doing some live sound. Maybe you're in a live band and you just want to capture the recording so you can hear it after the fact, but this is also popular for live streamers and people that do video conferencing, and maybe you have a lot of different inputs and outputs for each of those, but most of all, you don't really care about editing it after the fact. You might want to keep a copy of it. Mostly you're just trying to capture what happened so you can listen to it after the fact, or you can stream it to the computer so people can watch you live. You're not too concerned about undoing changes after or tweaking things after the fact. That's the two differences. This gives you the ability to edit after, and this is faster, has more inputs, but everything's locked in and you can only save the stereo, the left and right output. So that's the main differences between the two units. We do have some links and pricing in the description below. For everything in the description, we put our top 3 USB audio mixers and our top 3 USB audio interfaces so you can see pricing and specs and compare them to give you some more information. If you have any questions about anything that you've seen in this video, please leave a comment in the comment section below. If you want to see more videos like this in the future, please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.